Hey Legionnaires, welcome back. We're here with another 12-12 battle for you today. This is another historical scenario as we recreate the Battle of Adrianople, which was in 1205 AD. And yes, this one was one between the Second Bulgarian Empire, which is over here, with its Cuman allies, and there's facing the Latin Empire. So in history, this was a decisive Bulgarian victory. I believe like the Bulgarians took some really light casualties, while like the Latin Empire took like thousands of casualties, along with several like 100 French knights being killed. So we've got Venice here supporting them, which they were there in the battle. Apparently Venice was there along with got the Latin Empire. I do believe we actually have a French army as well, which is supposed to kind of like represent like maybe like the French knights, I guess. They were there. Obviously like the Latin Empire was set up by French nobility anyway, so you could kind of probably interchange and have like a third Latin Empire army, but I guess it just decided to have a French one instead. But it looks glorious as ever. Always good to have the French here, even if I have a bit of a rivalry with them as an Englishman. We also have Wallachia here. I don't know if these guys were here in his, like, I guess they are like a vassal of Bulgaria, so I guess like why not bring them. But yeah, we have them here, and we have two Bulgarian armies, and like I said, the Cumans, who I'm playing as today. So yeah, this was a scenario that I was playing in with a load of my subscribers. So if you'd like to join in some of these scenarios and you haven't already, I say it in most videos, feel free to join the Discord. The link is down below in the description. You get involved in some scenario battles, which are really fun to play in. Good group of people, and they're always a lot of fun to try out. Yeah, never really played as the Cumans before, so this is going to be an interesting one for me. I have a really large cavalry force. And though I'm okay with cavalry, I wouldn't say I was like necessarily the finest cavalry commander in history. I'm sure there's or in Total War. I'm sure there are better people to do it. Well, I'm facing a fairly large Venetian like cavalry force myself, and a lot better stuff. It's like medium shock cav here. We've got even like heavy shock, like some knights here from Venice. So we've got some pretty nasty stuff. I think I have got some heavy shock, but like very little. Yeah, I've got these Noga Lancers here, and they're my only heavy shock. The rest is like all medium or light shock. And I've got my horse archers as well. These guys are okay. I think I've got some heavy horse archers, yeah, heavy bow cav here as well. But again, they're not going to stop the knights necessarily. So yeah, as you can see, I'm already going for my cav, actually trying to harass some stuff here. Getting a little bit too close, I think, for comfort. But there you go. Going to loose off a few shots, weaken this cav a little bit, anger them, and they actually run back, so that's always good. But yes, if you're enjoying seeing 1212 at the moment on the channel and would like to see some more, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and don't forget to hit that notification bell as well if you'd like to see more 1212 historical battles. What have we got here? This is more, these are Boiari. Oh, these are heavy bow cav as well. Okay, so Wallachia has got some heavy bow cav. They've actually got quite a lot of it. They've got 2 units. They've got more cav back here. Oh, no, this is the Cuman Royal Guard, so they've got some like Cumans as well in the Bulgarian army. That's pretty useful. We've got Boiari Lancers, more Cumans here. So clearly everyone's bringing Cumans, not just me, even though I am like the Cuman faction. Everyone seems to have them. Yeah, even Wallachia's got some. Jeez, well, Cumans are like thriving at the moment in this scenario, it would seem. But yeah, as you can see here, we've got coming forward here. This is one of the Latin Empire factions, or like armies, I should say. I think the Latin Empire is one of my favorite like early period factions. I don't know, it's just like their like certainly like their like spears and stuff here look awesome. Like their shields and like the patterns on like their armor look awesome. I really like them. I don't know why those sergeants, yeah, look really nice. But yeah, really it just starts off. It starts off like pretty dead on my side. Nothing really goes on. I think I just kind of do a bit of like skirmishing with cav. This side over here, I think we see the first bit of action take place. As you can see, the French pushing forward. Actually, all of it is obviously tier 1 infantry and stuff like that, because we are in 1205. So we're actually before like the 1212 start date, like when this mod is like supposed to be set. So yeah, all tier 1 stuff. So it's gonna be interesting. Nice to see the tier 1 stuff as always. There you go, ally under attack. Actually, I think yeah, some look at that, some like heavy bow cav when charging forward there. I actually just missed, like went for some crossbow men at arms, and another one there. I didn't even see that one. That one was stuck in combat. Both of them actually did pretty well. Killed a lot of sergeants there actually, and then now they're firing as they retreat. And they took, well, that one took about 10 or so casualties. That one took 1. So I mean that's a pretty good win there for the cav. They got some like good kills off on these crossbow men at arms, which are actually kind of quite good in combat. Being a men-at-arms unit, so yeah, definitely worth taking out. Generals come flying forward here. We've got a Latin bodyguard already like charging forward. Needs to be careful he doesn't just like get himself isolated and killed, because like right now he could be shot at by like archers if he wanted to be. Like, it's not general sniping, he's right in the front line. Got lots of sergeants and stuff over here. We've got pikes as well, so they're going to be very useful. Like how he's got the pikes out front. I mean, maybe I would have put them maybe in like the second line, so they don't just get shot so easily. But nice to see he's bringing them over here to try and support his flank, where obviously there's a lot of cavs on the setup and shock infantry. We've got some like Latin Chevaliers here as well. It looks like this area here especially is going to be like where it's all going down. I do apologize for the map. It's like we're playing on like the marshes map, because in history this is more like an ambush than it is like a pitch battle. But we didn't really want to do like an ambush battle, so because they're kind of a bit one-sided. So we decided to well, instead just do like a normal pitch battle. So yeah, it's like it's supposed to be in a marsh apparently in history. So so yeah, we're in a marsh, as you can see. And now you can see these Boiari here about to get caught by the Chevaliers. I don't know how they've just avoided that. They might still. Now they're going to get counter-charged by the Cuban like light cav. Oh, like ran over their own like archers. Or were they archers or the shock infantry? I think they ran over their own shock there. Yeah, the Cuban the Jiggets here did not get a great charge, and their light shock. So like they need to get a really good charge there to be standing a chance of even winning this fight. There you go, the first bit of engagement is underway. I'm going to like try and limit zoom ins. There's another like Latin Chevalier coming in here, flying on in. Going to try and help influence the fight here, taking out infantry left, right and center. These I light shock have like clubs. What are they doing? Yes, we've got an infantry clash as well, so there you go. We've got some militia spears going against foot chevaliers. This is like some really good elite swords here from the Latin Empire being thrown in. Wouldn't mess around with these guys. Literally, like, they're just foot knights, basically. They're going in after the Moldavian warriors. What's here? Foot Boiari. They're pretty good, I think. They're a good missile, or like hybrid unit, I should say. Got the Moldavian warriors forming a shield wall. That looks pretty nice. The spot still looks awesome. It really does. Oh, they got like infantry way behind here. We've got like sergeants deep in the enemy lines. This cavalry here needs to be careful. That's the general as well, actually. He could have just possibly charged those spears, or those spears could have charged him. Cav over here is certainly winning the the Latins are certainly winning the cav fight here. They're getting like a lot of kills in this heavy bow cav. They're going to just get again another good charge there. Being at short cav, they'll get a really nice like charge bonus there. Probably killing a lot of, not necessarily actually killing a lot, to be fair. Over here, we're starting to see a lot of fighting going on as well. These militia spears here are wavering. We've not even really had any fights. See the French now coming forward. They're getting focused down on their pole arms. I would have put these guys out front, because this is what will happen. They'll just get focused down. This is the Bulgarians. The Bulgarians possibly have a better like roster, like early period of roster. You've got these despot spears that look awesome. They really do. Look at them. They look really, really nice. I like this unit. Yeah, I mean, they won't have much of a chance though up against these like these pole arms though. You can see what's this Boyards come forward here. So that's also looking very nice. Maybe challenged by some Latin Chevaliers, so they need to be careful. But yeah, over here is absolute chaos. The general is actually in combat now for Wallachia. We've now also got some Latin Chevaliers in here. All sorts getting thrown in. We've got the Cuban Jiggets as well. Oh, it's a whole mess in here. A very big mess. You can see like the Latin Empire, like you can see the like Flemish sort of standard there. But yeah, apparently I have concealed men that have now just been revealed. I don't know why the shock cabs are allowed to just like run around here. They should have just charged the sergeant arms, which they didn't really do. Oh, they're rear charging the pole arms. Makes more sense. This cav now in here, getting in amongst it, chopping down the pole arms. Yeah, I mean, certainly over this side, well, actually looks like he's having a really rough time. You can see that he's actually just been routed. Got some swords in behind. Like those two units just squashing that foot militia, or militia spear, sorry. They need to get these like all these militia spear back, to be honest. These Moldavian warriors definitely need to probably start thinking about getting in the fight. We've got a general already wavering over here. Like, well, actually, it's not in a good spot right now. Well, actually, is having a rough time. General here for like the Latin Empire as well, also like breaking a lot of stuff. I don't know whether like Bulgaria needs to send over cav or something like that, because they might need to. Like this cav here, this Cuban Royal Guard could just charge that French Chevalier. Definitely give him a chance. Like this Cuban Jigget could do with getting over here to support. They're having a really rough time. But yeah, as you can see, like they're using their like archers. They're focusing down these French Chevaliers as well. Good idea. But I mean, what's being shot here? These pikes, hooked pikemen getting shot by all the archers here from the French. Got those pole arms breaking. That's a good sign there if you're rooting for the Bulgarians. Let me know in the comments who you're rooting for. Is it the Latin Empire or the Bulgarians? Got more spears in here getting involved. They're fencing like sergeant at arms. They're not going to break through this anytime soon, these militia spears. And look at all these like chevaliers being thrown in, French and Latin. Jeez, it's a rough fight right now for these guys. This poor militia did not sign up for this. Like I said, over on my side, it's just really quiet. Nothing going on. I think I've shot some cav and that's it. Yeah, this unit I've got down to 63 men. I saw that as a victory in my eyes because right now I'm not looking over like at my allies and thinking we're gonna win this one. It is not looking so good. See that like Wallachia is just getting outclassed, but the Latin Empire general here is losing decisively. And somehow like Wallachia is still alive. Enemy general has just died there, so that is just one of the Latin Empire's like general has just died, so that might help with like morale. Lots of stuff starting to break here. Whose cavs this? This is all like, yeah, this is all Wallachia in fairness. We've now got the Cumans in behind though here, like from Bulgaria. Bulgaria's got a lot of his cav in behind. This is all threatening like the Latins as well, routing a lot of archers. Don't know how he's got this in here, but he's got it in here, to be honest. Is he releasing the dogs? No, I thought he was releasing the dogs. I was getting excited. Look at these woofers. Ready. The Hounds of War. And yeah, what we got in here now? We've got an Axe Sergeants getting in there. Quite a nice unit. Nasty unit to have in this early period. Got a lot of damage to these spears. Let's put it in slow-mo for a bit and just have a look around what's going on. Yeah, these axemen should rip through these spears. Yeah, already losing their spot spears. They're a good unit as well, so you don't really lose them. The dogs now being committed, so they're going to go into this combat here. They've got to face what? They're just going to face like dismounted French chevaliers. Yep. Not necessarily like the best charge. Like they're pretty good. Like to like just getting behind and they can just harass stuff. I mean, looks like the axemen have now been sent into combat against the French chevaliers, which is not a bad idea. These like hounds can now just the handlers of the hounds can now just get involved and like get some good kills on the French there. It looks like Wallachia is actually going to help. Oh, it's going to clean up now this Latin Empire army with the support of like the Bulgarians. They've managed to like turn this one around. It's just a shame because I really thought they were going to do it. The sergeants here. Just realize these sergeants. These are called sergeants and they're a spear unit. While most of the European factions have like their sergeants as swords. I just realised that. Never clocked onto that. But yeah, these sergeants are going to struggle now with no general. And I mean, there's cav waiting to go in. They've got like plenty of cav hitchers that can rear charge stuff. They've got some like foot chevaliers still alive. I mean, yeah, this Latin Empire like army was very unlucky not to win their fight. I honestly felt like they were going to. They've got pikes over here. Yeah, maybe bring them over to try and support this fight over here. The French. Over on my side, still nothing going on. I'm just waiting. At this point, I have like horse archers just shooting at this cav, and we're just weakening it. I was just like, because I'm not happy with this like cav fight I've got to take part in. And my infantry is all trash. As you can see here, this is just like malicious spears. I'm just going to be throwing in to the meat grinder. I've got like 2 good half-decent units of swords. I've got javies. I've got like no infantry. I've got a lot of cav, and that's about it. I've got some Noga foot guard, which will be okay in combat. But yeah, nothing like amazing, put it like that. Over on my side, it's still like, or over on my allies side, sorry, it's still kind of 50-50. The French are winning in some areas, and they're being routed in others. You can see cav back here being routed by those axemen that I was telling you about. So we'll go back to normal speed for a bit. You can see that these French chevaliers losing down here. What are they facing? Voivod? How do you say it? The dogs are in it as well. I'm going to say it's the dogs that are the reason why these knights are losing. I'd like to believe that. Pike's now getting involved. They might be able to turn the battle. Send me over to like kill off a few of these this cav unit, this boy Lancer. Still a lot of like cav and stuff like uncommitted. We've got dogs or like the axemen going in again. Like everyone's just releasing their dogs, it seems. Going after these Piasson levies. And then we've got archers over here that are just going to be able to focus on this medium bow cav. They've got some like Latin chevaliers also available. There you go. The axemen are trying to slow down these chevaliers, and the chevaliers are like, "Fine, you can try and slow us down, but we'll run you down, sir." Oh, and instead the heavy bow cap's gone for a nice rear charge on these Latin like sergeants here. Really, really good charge. Now his general's been killed. Oh dear, who's got killed? I think that's Wallachius. Yeah, Wallachius has just been killed, which is okay because his battle's kind of over. Like he's, I think he's just got skirmished to death by those mounted crossbows. So good use of them, I guess. And now he's going to run down these footbowiari, which is a shame. Knocking them all down. But yeah, I mean, I feel like Wallachius done a pretty good job here, like I said, along with the help of the Bulgarians. Can't forget that. Like the Bulgarian cav over here has definitely played a made a massive factor in it. But yeah, here we go. So I'm actually setting forward my cav. Here we go. Starting to get involved on my side now. I've got my Cuban jiggets in here, and I've got some other I don't know, small jiggets or something like that in there. Oh no, Beck Lancers. An equally poor unit, but somehow I am winning both these fights, and now my ally is actually pulling out his cav. Which he was actually winning this cav fight. He should have just stayed here. He was going to win this fight. And he probably would. Actually, I was winning that fight. I'm kind of surprised. But he's now going to come in with the second unit of cav. He's going to cycle charge his cav almost. Which is kind of a good idea, but it just really isn't effective. Once you pull your cav unit out of combat, if you've not got anything in to support it, you're going to lose a lot of cav. So you better just keep it in there. I actually just continue my charge with my Cubans. Probably wasn't the greatest idea. But I've got more cav that I can just throw in here. We've now got my my elites, my Cuban Royal Guard. They're coming in. Throw in the heavies. So they're in there now, and I'm actually pinning down a lot of cav. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 units here, and I still have 3 cav that I can do stuff with. So yeah, I've got my Noga Lancers getting out of there because I'm being chased down by these heavy shock cav here. Really need to get this out of here because the pikes are about to get involved. In the center, I mean, yeah, actually over here now, the battle is starting to die down. You can see Wallachius is going to win. Looks like Bulgaria's going to win their fight. It's kind of down to the second Bulgarian army and me to win our fights. If we want to win this one. I now charge for my cav here. I kind of foolishly do this. I thought the pikes were down. They were, but they were kind of charging themselves. And yeah, I kind of do okay. I mean, I do lose a fair amount of cav, but it could have been a lot worse. These Noga Lancers came out in a good state. Yeah, these Lancers are just chasing me, and they don't have not these Lancers, these pikes, sorry, are just chasing me. They have their pikes down now, but that's okay. And yeah, this heavy shock cav here getting focused down. It's good to see. I'm making sure all my horse archers are firing onto something whether it's other cav fights or whatever. I am just trying to do a lot of damage. And I've got my Javies up. Because I was well, we may be able to get a good shot on the Doge here, on the Doge of Venice. So I'm hoping we can get a nice volley here before he charges us, because otherwise we are doomed. Kind of hit the cav unit in front of me, so that was kind of unfortunate. But there you go, the second wave is okay. And the Doge's bodyguard actually goes in for a rear charge onto my infantry. Instead of taking out the Javies, I probably would have gone for the Javies. Kind of actually, no, he retreats. He didn't actually even get a rear charge. We've now got more cavalry over. This is the Latin Empire's cavalry, so I'm getting even more cavalry. I was no, please, not more heavy cav. But I've actually dealt with Venice's quite effectively. So I'm kind of happy taking on the second wave. I'll do it. Because, yeah, my Cuban Royal Guards had, no casualties, but they're going to take some now as they get charged by Latin Empire cav. This is fine, because all this is doing, this Latin Empire cav now not being on their flank, is allowing my allies to just start to cause havoc here. And as you can see, I'm not winning this infantry fight at all. My tribal spears are just breaking instantly. My ally Bulgarian now needs to really commit and get his infantry involved in my fight. He's got sergeants here getting involved with his despot spears. He should win that fight, I think, Bulgaria. As you can see here, the cav for the Latins is just overwhelming me now. I'm trying to focus it down, so with horse archers. There you go, I've got a tiny little unit of Beck Lancers coming in. They're just going to get overwhelmed. Not good. I need to really pin this unit down with my general. This is what they're going to go for next. They could get a good charge of my gen in a moment. And they kind of don't. So I'm kind of surprised. What are they going for? Oh, my Noga Foot Guard. Really good charge on these guys. Oh, actually, and I got my, what did I get in here? The Noga Lancers. I got them in just in time, and they help. Sort of soften the blow. But yeah, these heavy Chevaliers, or Latin Chevaliers, are so nasty. My infantry line just breaks entirely. I've got some Moldovan warriors. That's it. That's a holding, or Moldavian warriors holding. All my archers and stuff like that are now in combat. It's a bad sight over here. I am not looking so good. But I now just charge my horse archers through the center lines here. This is my medium bow cav. Just sending on through. I'm going to go after these crossbows over here, which he actually accidentally did bring tier 3 crossbows here. But it didn't really make a difference. These are light crossbows. They are like almost like the same unit card as like the tier 1, so it's an easy mistake. Latin Chevaliers over here, they are holding the line. Actually winning my fight. I just can't deal with these goddamn like elite cav that like the Latins have. Even like, I'm surprised I dealt with the like the Venetian cav so well, but I did somehow. My infantry, even my really useful foot guards here are not doing a great job. I got a nice rear charge over here to try and support my Bulgarian ally, try and help get some of his infantry to be able to come over to my side. I really need to do another charge actually, or charge into these crossbows, I don't know. There's actually, foot chevaliers coming over, so I need to get out of here. Yeah, my infantry line's just gone. Just gone, but I might be able to win the cav fight. Because we're routed, we just routed this Latin Chevalier here. Now we could try and route this one. And we have a clean line of sight as well to get all the way to these back of these crossbows over here. So that's what we're doing at the moment. Bulgaria here, I mean, I don't know how much of a Latin army he faced, whether it was like the first, like it's half of an army or what, but he's like overwhelming the Latins right now. It's Bulgaria. And also he's got his ally, like the other Bulgarian and the Wallachian armies arriving. You can see I've now got all my cav just flooding in here, just destroying this poor crossbow unit. And we've got the mounted crossbows here. And you can see stuff's starting to break for the Venetians, but maybe not enough. I'm still in a bit of a dicey situation. My infantry line is just made up of javelin, which is somehow holding. And I mean, there's axemen in here as well, actually, from Bulgaria, which is good to see. We're just going to rear charge these Chevaliers, get them off the field. It's my general in here as well. My general's actually pretty good in combat. He's a good bow cav unit. And yes, the battle is turning in our favor now as we start to rear charge a lot of stuff. I've got more of my heavy bow cav here. I don't even know what I'm doing with these guys. Just shooting stuff in the back, I think. I feel really bad for Venice because like he had to just wait around, and in the end like nothing went on. I was just shooting him for quite a long time. And then it's just gone all like, I don't know. He played quite well, to be fair, to Venice. Like he had a really like, what was I gonna say, a tough fight, like put it like that. I mean, there's an infantry line who's gonna win easy, but like this, like all this cav that I have for some reason, well, it's not for some reason. It's the Cumans. Cumans got like a cav heavy faction. It was gonna be hard to beat, but he's done a good job. All I would have said was possibly protect his cav a little bit more. Like he left them out like the front for me just to be able to shoot. But obviously, he's got to keep it relatively close to his front lines because otherwise I could just charge his infantry. But yeah, no, I think I don't know. Maybe if they like all the Crusader, like the Crusader factions, like the Latins and the French and the Venetians all attacked at the same time, maybe that would have helped. Because I don't know whether like then necessarily them like the first Bulgarian army we saw would have been able to help Wallachia out. Maybe they would have like been too tied down with their own stuff. And then obviously then that kind of like moved along the line. Like once then Wallachia was freed up, they could help the other Bulgarian armies. And I mean, in the end, I won my fight. I think I got a little bit of help from like the Bulgarian cav here, and I did need those axemen. But yeah, I seem to clear out most of their stuff by myself, with just like mainly cav really in the end. But yeah, a battle that was fairly. I mean, we had about 2,000 extra men because I think they had they had a slightly smaller armies than us, but like not by much. I mean, this is sad to see over here. It's like foot chevalier here just break at 142 men. Down to army losses, of course, but yeah, they had like a much more like heavily armored army to our like very light army. Like none of my spears were like higher than like light spears, and so yeah, it was a fun one. Never really played as the Cumans. It was a fun one to try out. Certainly a really good faction. Obviously, like you can't really play them with like certain set rules because obviously they are really good with cav, and like that's about it. That's all they're good with is cav. But yeah, Pyrrhic victory there for the Cumans. So we'll end the replay and have a quick look at the end results. But yeah, this one was well sent in by myself. I was playing in it, so yeah. Yeah, this was a really fun one. This was a scenario set up by Satchex here. So yeah, thank you to him for setting this one up, and also for like making all the rosters and stuff like that, and for hosting it. It was really fun. But yeah, I was playing as the Cumans. My general here, my Boreai general, getting 185 kills. You can see all my infantry are terrible. Apart from these Moldovan warriors, they're pretty good. 149, they did it pretty well. My Noga foot guard only got 25 kills, which was quite upsetting to see. My Javis did really well, getting 162 kills. And my Cav, I mean, some did awful, like these light Cav. But my Noga Lancer did 220, can't complain there. And my heavy bow Cav, 215, really good as well. Then we have Sachex, who's playing as Wallachia. Here's like Mozneni here getting 163 kills, pretty good for them. Here's Moldavian Warriors do as well. His archers did okay, 77 kills. His Cav did okay. Like his light Cav did nothing, but his like heavy bow Cav getting 74 kills is really good. Then we got God here playing as Bulgaria. His infantry, nothing amazing. I think he was on my left. He was like the other Bulgarian army. As you can see, he's barely got like he's got an untouched army, put it like that. His Cav did well, 245 kills, 260 with his Cuman Royal Guards, and they're really healthy as well. His Cav here is like bow Cav, 411 kills, and his dogs getting 281, so some really good kills there. There was Crazy Spartan, who's playing as the other Bulgarian army. I think he was supporting Sachex. His Cav doing really well, getting 319 kills, 278 with his Axeman. His Despot Spears did well, 167. His Pikes, 116. His Swords, 166. And his General, 107. So he got some good kills there. And then we have Johnny, who's playing as the Franks, as the French army here. His General getting 168 kills. His Axe is getting 255, so good kills there. His French Chevaliers didn't get that many kills, it's just a shame. And his Cav did okay, 146, 128, so some good kills there. And then we have Adams playing as one of the Latin Empire armies. I think he was the one that was supporting the Venetians. 129 kills with his sergeants is pretty good. His foot chevaliers 156 kills. His general 149. His Cav did well, 180 kills. It's really good. And then we've got Jakku, who was playing as the other Latin Empire army. He was facing Wallachia. 176 kills with his sergeants, 126 with his foot chevaliers, 43 there actually, even better. And his Cav 143 kills and 100 kills dead with his mounted crossbows. That's pretty good. Then we have Hazard here, who played pretty well. It's like he's mentioned to me that it was one of his like first online games. He did pretty well, I personally felt, for that. Like I said, maybe his Cav could have protected a bit more, like been a bit more like smart with it. Like you put infantry in and then you take the Cav out so the Cav can go elsewhere and cause more havoc. It's always a good strategy. I mentioned to him to try that out in future battles. But yeah, his spears did really well, like getting 139 kills. That's good with spears. His swords here 148 and like 117. So like these, I mean, this infantry did well because it just massacred mine. And his archers did pretty well as well, getting like 50 kills. His general, his Doge here, getting 66 kills. But there you go, guys. That is the Battle of Adrianople. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a very fun and very fast-paced battle. And nice to see some unusual factions here, like Bulgaria, Wallachia, and the Cumans. Don't often see them. Even the Latin Empire we don't see very often, or Venice. But yeah, there you go. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show your support. And until next time, Legionnaires, I will see you in the next one.